The COVID-19 health crisis has placed millions of employees under lockdown. While digital technology enables some to work remotely, others are forced into unemployment, disrupting business operations in an unprecedented way. Is this a case for the use of artificial intelligence and robots to replace humans? HEC Paris Professor Sangseok You explains the impact of this crisis on the future of work.
Having an AI and robots in this type of epidemic is not a new idea. Several years ago, robots were deployed to infected areas to test people and rescue those who need medical treatments. Thanks to the recent advancement of AI and robotics, similar types of use of robots became more effective and more sophisticated. On top of search and rescue type of work, telemedicine is another case where we can use physical robots. So far, only a limited number of hospitals utilize robots as their means of document and supply delivery. However, the recent outbreak requires us to maintain social distance. That makes medical treatments with close contact more difficult and risky. Telemedicine with robots can communicate with patients, deliver credible information, and even sometimes examine them. Robots in these cases are not really a threat to humans, but they are instead a new type of teammate that can be paired with human experts. There seem to be clear advantages of using robots in these contexts. We don't need to risk precious human lives, and we can also avoid the short-staffed medical system, especially when it is overloaded like now. I'm not sure how close we are to that kind of future that I just described. However, I can say we are going in that direction. I think what matters is the scale of the use and the deployment. It is not whether it is going to happen. The firms will more aggressively develop chatbots and AI agents as their service representatives. People will become more used to it, and they will be more acceptable to those new human replacements. Just like recent trends that the banks are moving to completely online, customers may expect AI agents if they can provide customized answers for your questions based on your information from the large data centers. Lastly, I think robots and AI agents will be in greater needs by people who feel lonely because of social distancing. We are already starting to feel isolated by staying at home for more than 2 weeks. For psychological and emotional support, they are the areas that natural language speaking machines like robots and smart speakers can do pretty well in the near future. There's a joke around the internet that it is the coronavirus that really drives the digital transformation of firms. The successful implementation of online work will make organizations realize that they can actually save a lot of money by going online. Virtual teams will be more commonplace. Reliance on electronic communication is going to be vital to understand the virtual team success. We'll be required to know more and better about using different tools that support electronic communications and learning how to minimize communication barriers. Also, when teams go virtual, they need to deal with a lot of things like different time zones, cultures, norms, and routines. For groups that just became online, I'm sure they will experience a lot of inefficiencies and hiccups, like merely making each other understood and exchange paperwork. There's some upside as well. We can enjoy the flexibility of our work hours in exchange for some terrible temptation of procrastination and family events. We need to juggle all that. All the online meetings will be recorded and reviewable, so you can't say, "Oh, I forgot to do that." Ranks and hierarchy would not matter so much in online communication because you don't have to face them in the face-to-face setting. We already see that the social distancing is becoming a new normal and new virtue in urban lives. I believe that even after the situation settles down, social distancing will take a lasting effect on our lives and how we work. What I mean is, the social interaction, especially the face-to-face interaction, may become a scarce resource for organizations. Perhaps we'll emphasize and appreciate even more the face-to-face interactions, meetings, gatherings, and conferences in the post-crisis era. I believe what makes you succeed is going to be maybe your physical social skills in the age of online work, not your online skills.